Alright, so around an hour ago, I asked you guys on my Discord server to drop me some random game suggestions that you'd want to see on the channel. And yeah, well, some of you DM'd me some pretty decent games, and let's just say one of those conversations ended up leading me to this game, Incremental. Now, what exactly is interesting about this game is that at this very moment, it has 0 active and only 268 visits. But hey, you want to know the best part about these kinds of games is that you go into them with absolutely 0 expectations. So let's see, ladies and gentlemen, is this going to be the next big Incremental, you know, one of those hidden gems? Or is it going to be, I guess, something else? I don't know. Let's jump into it and let's find out. By the way, feel free to like and subscribe with notifications on for more incremental types of games. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into this. Alright, so first things first, let's actually figure out how this incremental game is going to work. Well, it seems like every single, I guess maybe 1 second or like half a second, we are going to be getting this air currency, and then I guess we can exchange those currencies for different kinds of buffs. For example, over here, for every 500 air, we can get ourselves some dirt. Now, I am going to assume that dirt is probably going to be buffing our air like generation. So let's see if I just buy some of this. Yeah, okay, I think it has slightly increased in speed, not entirely sure. But yeah, if we just keep on going over and over and buying this dirt token, are we seeing an increase in speed? Yes, slowly, it is starting to go up much faster. So we're already on the right track. Now over here though, it seems like that there is some kind of like stage reset where in exchange for, I guess, the first level, 150 dirt and 1 water, which we need 100 dirt for, we can go ahead and get ourselves 2 times air and as well 2 times dirt. So this is kind of gonna be like the rank up system, okay. And then as well, we also have primordial matter, no clue how you get that. Then we have leaderboards all the way back on here where we can reset stuff. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, maybe this is like some kind of like dev platform. Oh wait, okay, reset your secrets if you buy the 2 times secret game pass. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So around the map, there's going to be, I guess, secret buffs. In fact, that might be one of the ways to get them over there. But yeah, when we go ahead and get these secrets, and let's say we have the 2 times secret game pass, we can go ahead and, you know, reset them and get 2 times of them. Okay. Is there anything else important over here? Try to get maximum stats and reach the top. And then this seems to be the leaderboard at the moment. An air leaderboard, which I guess is bugging out a little bit. A primordial matter leaderboard with the person having 2.92k at the very top. Okay, here's the air leaderboard. As you guys can see, they are reaching some insane numbers. A time leaderboard and as well an iron leaderboard. Ooh, seems like that there are quite a lot of currencies in this game. Wonder if we're able to get all of them. Now, is there a secret over here just like I thought? Yes, 6 primordial matter in order to get one of these protons. Now, what exactly does proton do? Okay, so this is an element index where we can have a look and see what exactly we get as buffs. So every dirt is going to be 2 times air, every single water is 1.5x dirt, and yeah, you guys kind of get the point, right? Each and every single one buffs previous things. Now, of course, just like any single incremental game on Roblox, things get very complicated. We have reset layers, we have the secret stat. In fact, here's the proton. It will give us 10 times air and 3 times water. Then from there, we have energies. No clue how on earth we get these just on yet. Merged, where we can get obsidian, glass, then this time as well. Apparently time does go ahead and gives you buffs as well. And then stages, where it seems like in the game at the moment there is 18 different stages to unlock. Yeah, that's what I like about incremental games, you know, they get ridiculously grindy, but they add a lot of like buffs and stuff in order to unlock. So yeah, let's, I guess, get started on the grinding by just, I don't know, maybe just sitting on here, you know, accumulating some dirt. And let's just go ahead and, I guess, get ourselves our very first rank up. Alright, that didn't take too long at all. Literally, it only took like 10 or 20 seconds after I talked to you guys. Now, we can go ahead and get ourselves 1 water. Now, all that's left to do is to get 150 dirt once again. So, this is going to be the first stage acquired. Just like that. Now, in order to get the next one, we need 1 millionaire, 5k dirt. Yeah, that's going to be quite difficult to get, but don't worry. We should be able to now start working on those secrets. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, how the primordial matter work is that the stronger you get, the faster this number goes up. In fact, here's proof that yes, I was right. Apparently, the more air, I believe it is, that you have, the stronger, or should I say the higher your primordial matter is. And in fact, I believe I have enough to get myself my very first secret, because I was looking back on some footage and turns out there is a secret right over here. 3 primordial matter for 1 quark. Yeah, that is going to be giving us a huge boost. 5 times air and as well 2 times dirt. Oh, that's gonna be so helpful. Plus as well, we can actually go ahead and get ourselves the second stage just like so. Okay, next one, 5 billion air, 50 water. Let's go ahead and get that. So after a little bit of running back and forth, quite literally all I did was run from here to here. As you guys can see, we already have well over enough for the requirements. So stage 3 as well acquired. Now for stage 4, I believe that by the time we complete this, we might be able to unlock the rock cave. Because if I remember correctly, just before I claimed this, we had like 4 or 5 primordial matter. So we only need to push that little bit further, and 7 primordial matter along with that secret over there will be acquired. Now, if I just quickly run back and forth, right, I am immediately getting like thousands and thousands of dirt. And as well, we are getting 8.75 water per claim. Meaning that if I were to do this maybe like 25 to 50 more times, we could easily have, yeah, over 300 water. Don't mind me, I'm just getting my daily 10,000 steps in, you know. I guess this is one of the easiest ways to do that. I know that I'm practically Unk status, but I don't think I'm that old yet, okay? Enough jokes! Let's get that 300 water. Come on, come on. Last few steps. So 1, 2, very last one, and we have 300 water. Nice. Now we just need 3.5 million dirt and 2.5 trillion air. Now the dirt shouldn't be too difficult because as you guys can see, we're already at 1 million. But I'm not sure how easy the air part is going to be. Ooh, okay, it seems like 5.55 million is more than enough to get the air requirement, and as well we have 6 primordial matter. Maybe I should just start saying PM because it might be a bit easier to understand, but yeah, we can get this proton over here, which is going to be giving us 10 times air, 3 times water. You love to see it, and let's just buff it a little bit more with stage number 4. Now, as you guys can see, in order to get stage number 5, we do actually need to get a whole new currency, which is going to be fire. Now, we should be able to just hit the 7 requirement. Yes, nice. Now, over here, what do we have? We have 35 speed, which, okay, yeah, there is definitely a difference in speed. Nice. We need 1k water for 1 fire and 100 fire for 1 rock. And then, of course, over here, we have some kind of like time booster, which, I mean, hey, I'm not complaining about free time. Apparently it's just a passive stat, which is just going to be giving us awesome boost. Let's go. And then in order to unlock the Lost Oasis, we need 30 PM. So let's get started on that. And oh, what do you know? Right behind this little rock, here's another secret, the electron. Alright, so this should be the last fire that we're going to need. Yes, fire 15. And then we just need, yep, well over enough water to then get 2 times fire and 3 times dirt. Now, it seems like we are starting to kind of blitz through all of these different, I guess, rank ups. Like, yeah, we're already out like 1/3 or like 1/4 of the way there. And it's only been like, what, maybe like 30 minutes? Something like that. So yeah, no reason to stop here. We can immediately, yep, claim that. Now we need all of this, and we even need 1 rock. Okay, that's a lot of fire. Yeah, the strategy for this might actually be to just AFK for a little bit until I'm able to unlock that like 10k time, because I'm pretty sure that buffs fire, which means that, you know, this whole process of running back and forth will be quicker enough to, like, you know, not lose my mind and, you know, be able to get that 1 rock upgrade. Okay, here's an idea. What if we grab this secret stat over here? Because I'm pretty sure, yes, it does buff time and it does buff fire as well. So it's actually probably going to be really, really helpful. In fact, yeah, we managed to get that 10k requirement and we're now getting almost 8 times fire along with a 2 times multiplier from the electron. Yeah, 100% guys, make sure you are getting your secret stats because they quite literally mean the difference between like something maybe taking like 20-30 minutes or quite literally just taking 2 button runs, if that's what you want to call it. In fact, there we go. We have quite literally blitzed through stage number 6. That is now required, or should I say acquired. And yeah, the next requirement's not really that difficult. I mean, it's once again, it's probably only gonna take like 10 minutes, especially since I did end up accidentally finding like another secret. Like I was just jumping at these walls, coincidentally found this invisible ladder. And yeah, we only need 16 PM to get 1 atom, and this is going to be giving us 3 times water and 2 times rock. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to show you guys this process again. Give me like, give me 10 minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes, something like that, right? And then we'll cut on back and we'll see how much I was able to do. Now, just in case if I do go over 15 minutes or something like that, I won't unlock too much. Like at most, I would have unlocked the Lost Oasis. So yeah, don't expect me to be like all of a sudden Hot Mountain. You guys are not going to be missing out on all of that grinding. See you guys soon. Okay everybody, after quite a long time of grinding, in fact it is the next day. Yeah, around like 30 minutes after I stopped that recording and, you know, continued grinding, I kind of had to go to bed. It was pretty late. But yeah, it doesn't matter though, because we are now here in this world. Now, there isn't really much to showcase. For example, you know, there's 2 new elements. There is like 1 secret all the way back here. And I'm pretty sure it is the only secret in this area. But hey, then again, I might be wrong. Now, in order to unlock the next area, we need 100 PM. And I guess this is what's going to be helping us. The fission reset. Apparently, when you go ahead and get 70 PM, it will, I guess, reset you to like the very beginning of the game, and it will like buff basically everything. So yeah, I thought why not capture this part on camera, so let's have a look and let's see what kind of boost we're going to get. 20x in basically everything. Okay. Does that mean that the stages have now reset as well? Yes, they have. Okay. Now, I just want to point out, by the way, I did manage to get to around like stage 11. As in, I didn't unlock stage 11. I just got to stage 11. And yeah, some of these like buffs were really OP. Like, I'm not talking about like 20x air or ×2 wood. I'm talking about the auto stuff. For example, auto dirt and auto water. Yeah, getting those basically made it so that I wouldn't even need to come to this first area anymore. I could literally just run back to the fire and just continue from there. But anyways, let's just quickly go ahead and start speed running all of this. So we just need some, yep, basically just everything. But like, since our multipliers are so OP, we don't even really need to try that much. Yeah, our multipliers are just so broken, and the best part is that our secret stuff didn't reset, so that's really awesome. And even the time as well. We keep all of these broken boosts over here, you know, 100 times water, 23x fire, you get the idea. So quite literally, I don't really need to be doing that much back and forth. Like, all I really need to do is run on over to a button basically once, and yeah, that's pretty much all of the requirements for each stage done. In fact, there we go. We just unlocked auto dirt once again, meaning that I basically never need to touch this button ever again. And yeah, let's quickly go ahead and get back to the stage we were at. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, when I go ahead and get this, because I did manage to claim basically all of the stages that I had, we should now have, let's have a look and let's see. Yes, 100 primordial matter, meaning we have unlocked the second to last world. Nice. So what does this world have to offer? We have sand, we have snow and clay. Then when it comes to the secrets, where are the secrets? I'm sure there has to be one by the penguins, right? Yeah, I'm really curious if I can find wherever all of these like new secrets are, because imagine if we're able to get all this, right? For example, macromolecule would buff us so much. Even virus and cell, if we were able to get these, I'm sure it would come in really, really handy. However, it seems like either they've changed up how they hide the secrets, or I'm blind. One of them for sure. Maybe. Oh, wait. Okay, we found one. Phew. 250 PM for one macromolecule. So yeah, that's going to be the next secret. And then I'm going to assume probably the last two is going to be somewhere inside of maybe the last area. Yeah, probably whatever like this mini bridge is. And yeah, well, just in case, I guess I'll just quickly run around maybe to like one of these like, you know, sides. Wait, can I maybe like jump on the wall like this? Ooh, yes, I can. Okay, here's another secret right on top of this, what do you call it? Oh yeah, volcano. And then, yeah, probably the last one, because that is going to be, yeah, the cell. It has to be like somewhere in between. So maybe like somewhere over there, or I don't know, maybe it's somewhere here and I'm just missing it completely. Yeah, I don't know. I guess when we go ahead and unlock the final area, I'll go ahead and look for wherever on Earth this virus is. But anyways, let's get started on what this world has to offer. So we have snow over there, which we can go ahead and get, and as well we have all of these things. Now, can we go ahead and get any of them? So when it comes to when it comes to heat, we might be able to get this really soon. Then when it comes to cold and light, yeah, we're not getting these anytime soon at all. So probably for the time being, we just need to go ahead and focus on, I guess, the main aspects of the grinding. So let's quickly go ahead and speedrun that. So this is going to be the first rank up on our little mini grind, and as you guys can see, we are going to be unlocking auto fire. Now, after that, we did manage to go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of this heat, and yeah, have a look at that time multiplier. 19.72x. Yeah, you absolutely love to see that, especially since as well, yeah, we could probably get so much more if we like continue to get more snow and clay and stuff. In fact, let's see how much till the next time multiplier. Okay, probably in around like 30 minutes we will have 100 million, meaning we will get that nice snow boost. So here is probably another batch of heat that is going to be collected. Let's see how much we are going to be getting. Ooh, okay, 55, and now we are getting 122 times time. Nice. I wonder if we'll be able to get this like cold thing now. I mean, we do need quite a lot of snow, so probably not. But yeah, I guess this is most likely going to be one of our next goals if it isn't like a rank up or like a secret. But anyways, here is some more cool progression. Stage 14 is going to be acquired, it's going to be giving all of these boosts, and as well, fission does not reset our stage anymore. Now, why that is really broken, and basically why that is broken is because we are not going to be risking like losing out on a bunch of progression. Or at least, you know, for the most part. Let's see, so right now I have basically 219 primordial matter, meaning that we're going to be getting 600, and yeah, I mean the fission is just going up and up. Let's just maybe, I don't know, wait here for maybe like a couple of like 20-30 seconds and let's just run over this. So this should be, yeah, more than enough, 700. I'm not gonna get too greedy, so let's run over this and... ooh, look at all of those multipliers now. Yes! Seems like the only downside at this very moment is that sand is still taking quite a long time to upgrade, but then again, I'm sure that will improve once we go ahead and get ourselves that cold multiplier, because, you know, as you guys can see, it does actually go ahead and upgrade sand, and then, yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do from there. Once again, let's just get back to grinding. I'll see you guys at, I guess, the next major progression point. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we just hit 450 PM, meaning that we are now officially in the final world. So let's see, what can we do here? First of all, are there any secrets, you know, that final secret that we are still looking for? I mean, I am going to assume that probably through one of these walls we can probably just like run through it. Or actually, it seems like it is outside the map. Okay, how on earth... do we even get out? Wait, what? Okay, there we go. I think I figured it out. Yes, now, how much do we need for this? 900 PM, which is basically double what we have right now. So let's, I guess, figure out how on earth we're supposed to get that strong. So, 2 lava, 1 OCTG water, which we are actually very close to getting. Then from there, we have glass, which it seems like we need 100 OCTG, which we are very far away, and as well 1 SX sand, which once again, we are very far away. So when it comes to glass, no, we're not gonna get anytime soon. 1 TGTR. And then over here, we have iron, lava, and as well 1 QGC. Which we're actually not that far off. Alright then, let's I guess quickly get started on this by, you know what? Let's do a time lapse of me just running around, getting all of the stuff that we need, and yeah, let it begin. For all I know, it could be 20 minutes, could be 5 minutes. Let's, I guess, start off with this lava. Alright, I think that is more than enough of the time lapse. Let's continue grinding. Alright, so now we are on to one of the last 3 stages in the game. Stage number 16. And yep, it is now acquired. And alright, after gaining the ability to get iron and as well unlocking storm and glass and whatnot, listen, we did a lot and a lot, okay? In fact, I ended up not being able to record most of it because it was basically 2 AM. But yeah, all you really need to know is that after like running back and forth, you know, kind of what I've been doing this whole time, I unlocked Blizzard, I unlocked glass, I unlocked light, which is going to be found over here in the energies. And then after claiming all and all of that, we can now officially end off the game by getting stage 18. There you go. It is now maxed, and I am pretty sure that, yeah, we are basically done. So let's see, are we even on the leaderboard? So when it comes to time, yes we are 4th place. Let's go. Then when it comes to the playtime leaderboard, I am also 1st place with 43,000, I believe it's seconds. Yeah, I have been quite a long time on this game. Then from there we have a PM leaderboard, which I'm probably not that high up right now because, you know, I did just lose the majority of my PM. But I believe I was at, yeah, 2.59k. So here I am, Infinity SS1. We are 2nd place as well. And then from there, even on the air leaderboard, we are in 4th place. Awesome. Now, I am going to be honest though, I am not 4th place here because, you know, literally one of the upgrades was like TGTR. So, bare minimum, I would have been like 3rd place. I did not reach the QAs or whatever the top 2 legends managed to get. But yeah, to sum up all of these leaderboards, I have either gotten like 1st place or like top 5. That's how much we've grinded this game. But yeah, I guess it's that time of the video where I now go ahead and rate the game. So in my opinion, when it comes to game mechanics, I did kind of enjoy it. Like, you know, I like the idea of like the secrets being hidden around the map, you know, all these different kind of like upgrades, you know, it's not always just the same run over a new button and then a new button and then just repeat that process. The only thing that I do think needs some like kind of major improvements would probably be some of the map designs, because in my opinion, compared to like a lot of the other, you know, big incremental games that are like here right now, their maps are like, you know, so next level quality. So yeah, if the dev is watching this, unlikely, but maybe, I think that's what you really need to mainly focus on. And also for any future updates, just make sure that you're not repeating too much. Maybe, you know, take some inspiration from like other incremental games and make like a new kind of grinding system. Maybe not a reset, maybe like some kind of, I don't know, trading system or luck-based system. Quite literally, on an incremental game, you can basically do anything and it would still somehow work. But yeah, apart from that though, this video isn't really a sponsor, but I will have the game linked in the description if anyone wants to play it. And also, if you guys have maybe any incremental suggestions or game suggestions, preferably the ones that are like 0 players like this, you know, because to be honest, it's given me some, you know, video ideas, you know, maybe I can just play some random 0 player games and maybe make it into like a series, if you guys know what I mean. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video. Once again, hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I don't know, I think I'm gonna search for like another really fun incremental, or maybe I'll continue working on Anime Eternal, whichever one comes first. So yeah, peace out everybody.